I think that the enrollment back in Loma Linda will go up if that bus service is reinstated. All of those parents who had to pull their children out of that school due to transportation problems will be re-enrolling their kids in school.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. Appreciate your comments. Next agenda item is the superintendent's report. Dr. Boyle.
Okay, thank you. This evening, I would like to thank everyone and welcome you for coming to our governing board meeting. Because there are several things on our calendar for the next several weeks, I'm going to use this time to remind everyone of some of the activities that are taking place. On this Saturday, January 28th at 10 a.m. at Papago School, we are going to have the Papago School dedication ceremony from 10 to 11, and we welcome everyone from the community to come and see what a dedicated community who votes for a bond election can do to provide resources to families in the community. Additionally, that day from 9 to 12 is early college awareness for students in grades 6, 7, and 8. And that's going to be held from 9 to 12 at Camelback High School. The following Saturday, February 4th, in this governing board room, our governing board will be having their spring study session from 8:15 to 4:15, and that is an open meeting and everyone is invited. I'm looking here. Oh, and then lastly, on February 29th, we are going to be having a health fair from 4:30 to 7 p.m. in the Excellencia Multipurpose Room. So thank you, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Boyle. Our next item on the agenda is the transportation recognition. Dr. Boyle.
Kathy Irwin, our Director of Transportation, will make this presentation.
Good evening, Mr. President, board members, administration, and guests. Thanks for the opportunity to come this evening to sing the praises of one of our drivers, in particular Michael Bayham. Michael's been a bus driver for us since July of 2009, and Michael came to us from California. He drove us in East LA. Michael, can you come on up? Let's put a face with a name. On December the 2nd, Michael had an opportunity to take a field trip out of Biltmore Academy to the Mesa Museum and then to the Pioneer Park in Mesa. The park was for lunch after the museum, at which time the kids were out in the park playing, and Michael, as Michael does, was very observant and had heard a pow, pow, pow. And didn't really know what it was, and he was scoping out the area and looking around to see where the noise had come from when he heard again a pow, pow, pow. He alerted the teachers to the fact that there may be a reason for them to have to come back on board. He didn't know where the imminent danger might be coming from when all of a sudden, out from an apartment complex across the street from the park, walks a gentleman with a rifle. At which time he alerts the teachers and the students, and they are all boarding as quickly as possible. And Michael's on the phone calling 911 to get police there immediately. Michael was able to expedite getting those students and parents on board. There were 50 kinders and 10 adults in a very timely fashion. In fact, by the time they got everybody on, the police had arrived. Michael doesn't know what happened to the gentleman with a gun. He does know that an ambulance was there, that they actually took somebody out of the apartment complex on a gurney. He had to give a report. I'm not sure if other people gave reports or not. And then he was able to bring the kids home. I think his swiftness and alertness to the surroundings and what was going on and the safety of our students and our staff and our parents was his utmost concern. And I think he handled it excellently. And so that's why this evening he is being recognized.
And could I just add that the teachers that were involved all sent messages giving Michael the credit for the handling of the situation and keeping everybody calm and safe. And they were extremely grateful and complimentary to his actions.
And I think he received a bunch of thank you notes from the kinders as well. And so that was really nice. And like I said, just to do a public recognition for his efforts and for you all to know that this actually took place and that in the midst of our district, we have a hero. And his name is Michael Bayham. That's right.
It's wonderful. I'd like to present you with a certificate.
I guess that was all the...
Thank you for being cool, calm, collected, and directed. I appreciate it.
Maybe the rest of you guys can all have them. Awesome. I thought you liked each other. I really like them. I'm sorry. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You showed a lot of guts to find somebody who's there. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
How are you doing, Jim, sir?
Thank you again, Michael. I appreciate you keeping our kids safe. That's definitely one of our utmost priorities and responsibilities. Moving along in our agenda, the next item is approval of consent. Do I have a motion?
Move the governing board approve consent agenda items A through F in accordance with policy BEDB-R.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. The motion so moved and passed. Next item is education